of the most disturbing nominations, I think, for any like department head for me is RFK Jr. Just there's no RFK Jr. at the head of the Health and Human Services specifically, which is, where the FDA is housed. And again, where all of the things like the seed oil, cabal that he will implode, it lies. And so everything else, I'm like, yeah, this is like, normal, not normal, but like predictable fascism. The other stuff is like, oh no, this is this is like just our basic, like go into the store and trying not to get E. coli, which is good, like no back to brunch, no back to milk or whatever. And so it's important. We're all in this fight together because RFK truly is a goddamn nut job. This is what he was tweeting right before the election. The FDA's war on public health is about to end. This is before they won. This includes its aggressive suppression of psychedelics, peptides, stem cells, raw milk, hyperbaric therapies, chelating or chelating compounds, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, vitamins, clean foods, sunshine, exercise,
oh, fuck this list.
nutraceuticals, and anything else that advances human health that can't be patented by pharma. If you work for the FDA and are part of this corrupt system, I have two messages for you. One, preserve your records, and two, pack your bags.
God, that list is so phenomenal. First of all, suppression of psychedelics. This is what happens. This even happens with Trump. 1 out of 20 things I go, that's right. It's like, yes. You know what I mean? And then you're like, everything else is so fucking crazy. Stop. It's the psychedelics. I'm like, yes. Who's fighting a war on sunshine? Part of the issue is that the FDA and the FDI, both of them, have been so corrupted that they've left this lane open for an idiot like this. I mean, he truly espouses so much bullshit. God tried to take his voice from him. And
that's true.
He's now just battling through it. And the unpasteurized milk shit, it truly is just like stuff like an uncle would say, and you'd be like, I'll let it go. Like it's all, but in totality, it is very upsetting. And he has sold his soul to the other side very quickly, very easily. And I do think it is going to be a total shit show.
I mean,
I also think it'll probably end in Hindenburg fashion.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, it's not going to end well, but it is funny that you're like, yeah, there could be some good things. And like, yes, go after big pharma if you can, which would require some amount of reining in corporate power and lobbying and money in politics, obviously, and regulation. Because which he will never be able to do. Like, if you don't like chemicals in our foods, that means you need regulations against them. It is cheap to put chemicals in foods. That's why food industries do it. It is very cheap. All the like whatever random ass shit that was stuffed in palm oil is really bad for the environment. Number one, like all that shit is true. But like, because it's cheap and people need to make a buck, you're not going to be able to do that. But he will be able to lift regulations if he wants to get rid of them. And speaking of raw milk, because I'm always like, what? Okay.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
What is the problem with raw milk? Why is it pasteurized? FDA says it's unsafe because listen, I'm sure if you're on a farm and you're milking it yourself and you put it in the fridge and you skim the fat off whatever the fuck you do. Like, I don't give a shit.
Go udder to body, honestly.
If you're suckling on an udder,
yeah.
Do you? No one, that's not illegal.
Yeah.
But I don't want to suck on the udder.
Udders, no, yes you do, because it's the combination of a penis and a nipple, and everybody should try to experience that once. Good Lord. I mean, get out of your ivory tower. Come down here with the regulars.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't exactly know how to pleasure it. You're like, how far does it go down?
Yeah.
Gross. Okay, so FDA says it's unsafe to consume. The CDC strongly advises against consuming because it contains dangerous bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria contain viruses, including H5N1 bird flu that is
It's
causing an
awesome.
outbreak in dairy cattle and has sickened 46 people in the U.S. Unpasteurized milk from infected cows can contain high levels of infectious H5N1 virus. And like just this week, there was an E. coli outbreak in carrots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And none of this shit, none of the outbreaks that we currently have are because, like, it's not the corruption is simply
Yeah. It
because people are trying to make a buck. I mean, it is the, like, Food Inc. documentary, "They're shitting the meat, Bob," right? It's like the conveyor belts move too fast, it's too much like, we have to pump out these carrots, nobody's inspecting them because you need to make a buck, so
for
it
a
would be very
carrot
interesting.
for a
Yeah.
carrot to have E. coli is so it's just so it's very obvious that this is there's
It's
a lot
'cause
of
they're putting
nature.
them up the
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
right. True.
y
No, that yeah.
someone's
No, they
on the
love
assembly line taking each little carrot up, you know?
yeah, that no, they definitely that's where they grow. That's why they're underground veg. Um I let me say a couple things very quickly. The first is I go to my farmer's market whenever I'm in town, and the guy who I get eggs from, he thought I was soft floating out, "Hey, know any unpasteurized milk dealers?" And he started to kind of lead me down the path of how to get it. And it was very much like, "Do you do blow?" Like it was that kind
Yeah.
of vibe at the
Yeah,
market.
yeah, yeah. But, like, why? What is so good like,
They
okay.
think it's the people who fall under the RFK umbrella who think again, I mean, the FDA has fucked up so much shit that it leads it's just like government. It's just like government has sucked and been so horrible for so long that now people's minds are wandering so far off the property that you're just like, what are you even talking? That's how
Yeah.
Pizzagate happens. You can have problems with these people, but you also have to it's not as complicated as you think it is. The idea that we're having a bird flu and unpasteurized milkman is about to have power, buckle the fuck up. It's gonna
Yeah.
be really enjoyable to watch these people.
In addition, it seems like there are 2 twin no, they're brother sister. They are friendly with, RFK Jr., the Means, siblings, they're called. One of them was a literal former food lobbyist, and the other one, was like a surgeon or something. So they've got these, like, interesting backgrounds, and they have this whole, like, supplement healthy, eating empire,
Mhm.
they're basically in that exact same milieu, and they here's Casey Means on none other than, Casey Means, by the way, who it's Casey and Callie. I think it's Casey who's being floated for FDA head. She's on none other than, Bill Maher's show,
Okay.
because he
Oh,
listens
I
to
know who
all
you're talking
sides.
about. Yeah.
And here she is, talking about what she will do and what Trump will do for food and health.
Trump has asked RFK to do 3 simple things. He's asked to get the corruption out of the U.S. health agencies, produce uncompromised evidence-based research for our health guidelines, and reverse the trends of the chronic disease epidemic in 2 years for children and adults so that we can show up for our 250th anniversary of America stronger than ever. That sounds pretty good to me.
Yes, except it sounds more coded than anything. And what she means by chronic illness is absolutely vaccinations and autism, which she thinks are linked, which many others think, RFK Jr. thinks is linked. That's how they met one another, which is really terrifying as a parent of a small child, who's already fucking getting sick every 3 weeks from some disgusting new thing. 2 days ago was stomach flu, straight up got grandma totally sick, like, the whole thing, and now it's like, "Oh, sorry, there's gonna be hepatitis."
I like
Hepatitis.
hepatitis. Yeah, I think that's a
Hepatitis is
little that's
cuter.
better. It is cute. I'm
Um,
happy hepatitis.
I got hepatitis, that's what she will
Yeah.
say when she
Yeah.
gets it, God damn it. There's other things that he believes though, RFK Jr., which he doesn't think that HIV causes AIDS. Tight, tight, tight. And yeah, obviously there's all kinds of the anti-vax work that he did. What was it in Polynesia
Yeah.
that led to the death of like hundreds of children, or at least it was like half, maybe 50 or something like this. Anyway, it's
A
good,
good number.
a good number,
And
but
then he walked away. That was it.
But healthy eating, good habits, sunshine, exercise. Let's set aside the fact that he is so roided up. Like,
He likes some
dude,
needles.
what?
He likes some needles.
He does like some needles. He's very pro steroids. Apparently, he looked vastly different just a few years ago. Here he was though on.
This is my
I don't.
favorite.
It's Trump's airplane, but here he is again. This photo with Elon Musk, Don Jr., Donald Trump, RFK, and of course Mike Johnson over there.
Mike Johnson, who lets his son monitor his porn intake.
Absolutely, super normal. Just sitting down for a meal of McDonald's.
It's like, this is how big he had to kiss Trump's ass so hard. Like, he knows this picture is going to age horribly. He knows. And he's just sitting there like, all right, get me having a Big Mac with you. Like,
and also what's great is he looks the most like he looks like he's about to eat. Like, he's the most like, I'm about to shove this right in my face right now.
Well, he's like, I got to get this over with. Whereas Trump's like, enjoy it. Really savor the flavor.
Absolutely. I mean, Trump has never been happier. Look at that fucking face.
Look at the amount of dipping sauces Musk has. That is bad.
Okay, so I one thing every time I look at this photo, there's more things. If you're listening, obviously you've seen it, but Trump's got like special sauces. Why does Trump get glass little bottles and jars? Like, Elon just got the regular like nugget sauce, barbecue sauce, ketchup. Trump's got his little Heinz in a jar.
There's RFK silverware. I mean, these guys, it's not good.
It's not good. But again, this is Donald Trump's alpha move on his, whatever.
How'd you like to be the guy who cleans the toilet on this plane?
I swear to God. The last time I had like last time I ate McDonald's, it was on a drive. I think I was driving to Palm Springs from LA, and I was so starving. I was so hungry. And I was like, I can't remember. I think Trump, obviously, I think he was out of office. So hungry. And I was like, I'm going to try the fish fillet of fish. This Trump's, right? I was like, let me just try it, because I hadn't had it in a really, really long time. I was so starving. The time before that, when I had McDonald's, I straight up asked for a cheeseburger without the patty, which bad move, guys. If you don't eat meat, and at the time I didn't, the cheese won't melt. It just relies on the warmth of the patty. The point is thus. I ate this fillet of fish and I felt it steal nutrients from my body.
Yeah. You become the ocean.
Yeah. It didn't fill me. It was like, whoa, it just sucked.
No, it's the most fun way to put a parasite into your body, but it's still a parasite. Yeah. You still feel it swimming around. It lives with you forever.
Anyway. Brace yourselves, everybody. Pasteurized.
It's going to be. It's again. You can't predict this level of crazy. The people who say this is some sort of hologram or whatever the fuck.
What do you mean? What's a hologram? Is it a hologram?
That we're living in some sort of simulation.
Sure.
That argument is just. It's starting to make me go like, I guess I'm in. I don't know.
Well, we are in the upside down. Like, we definitely are in. Ever since Al Gore lost in quotation marks,
friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, Al Gore. Lost in the year 2000 / had the election stolen from him. Like, we've been on a completely wrong timeline. This is all wrong. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do